The Codemasters Solutions video for 2016. This is question number 4. So I'm Andrew Turpin from the University of Melbourne. Question 4 is talking about diseases, and you've got a big file of latitude and longitude, cm.txt, and you're asked to do stuff with those files, so x, y coordinates more or less. First couple are quite easy, and then they get progressively harder. I'm going to do my solution in R, I think, because I like R. So let's call it disease status.R. So first thing we have to do is read in the data. Again, in these competitive programming situations, you have to be able to read in data very quickly. So next time you enter a programming competition, make sure you know how to read in files, because that happens a lot. So we've read the file in here. In how many cases is the latitude north, so less than minus 37? So in R, that would be something like print the first column of D. We have to know how many cases. So how many times is it less than? And let's just cut and paste this. Oh, less than, in fact, greater than, right? So there's our first answer. The first column is latitude. How many? Oh, I made a mistake because the first line of the file is how many lines there are. So in R, I'll skip the first line. How many latitudes are greater than 37? So easy peasy. You can do that one in Excel. Longitude is the second column, so this is the second question, and we're asked, we have to be east, so that means we need a bigger longitude than this. And again, away we go. You can do that in Python, Excel, whatever. You just have to count how many are in the appropriate column. Okay, the next one, I guess, gets a little trickier. We need how many cases are within 20 kilometers of this coordinate. And the trick here is that we have to convert the latitude and longitude distance. So we want to use this formula here. So we just need to make a function where we'll give it latitude, longitude, latitude, longitude in degrees. We'll convert it to radians and then apply this formula. It's pretty easy to do. What do we call it? Dist is a function of latitude 1, longitude 1, latitude 2, longitude 2. Again, if I was writing this code for anything other than a competition, I would be using much better variable names. So 2 and 2, longitude and longitude. Same over here, longitude, longitude. 2, 2. So we converted all the degrees to radians, and that's good. Now we just need to type in the formula. Let's see, the difference in the longitudes times cos the mean of the two latitudes. What's y is the difference in latitudes. And then finally we want to return 6371 times the square root of x squared plus y squared, something like that. So now we've got our function. We just have to apply that function to every row of the matrix. So R is very good at doing that as well. We can apply to every row some function of that row. And that function is going to be the distance from the University of Melbourne. So we've got the coordinates here to whatever is in our row. Again, you can do this in Excel pretty easily as well. So that'll give us all the distances, and then we just have to know how many are within 20 kilometers. And we're done. The final, and that also sets us up nicely for these final ones. What's the greatest distance? So now we just have to find the maximum distance in here, which conveniently there's a function called whichMax in R, which will do that for us. So it'll tell us the row number which has the maximum distance, and then the latitude will be the first column, and the longitude will be the second column. And you're done.